Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Tryndamere and we'll be facing off against Lissandra because it's been a very long time since I went ahead and played against Lissandra specifically, and I still have to beat her with a Freljord champion. I had decided to beat her with Ornn for this, but all of our previous attempts went extremely poorly. So we're changing up our strategy, and instead of using Ornn, we'll use Tryndamere. The player's units are vulnerable, the foe's units have +2/+0. Theoretically, the 6-star Tryndamere should have no problem dealing with the 5-star adventure. Let's hope that I'm right. Anivia started here. It would be nice if I could get some either extra attacks or something that was basically large units. I'm going to reroll once. None of those seem that appealing. Viego is a lot more appealing, honestly. Yeah, let's pick up the Viego. A large unit. Just like I wanted. Thing is, none of these are good. I already have Treacherous Terrain, right? Yeah. A second one wouldn't do anything, I'm pretty sure, because it only works on the first unit. So let's reroll. Against Rage, Pyromania, Natural Selection. Nah. Let's reroll yet again. The best defense makes our units a bit sturdier. Yeah, sure. The Glutton for punishment is interesting, but we don't really benefit from it in a significant manner. So I think keeping our units alive is more important. Yeah, this is definitely a good pickup. And I suppose Incisive Tactician's decent because it's a rally effect. And it works if I summon it from the deck, but when I play the Call to Arms, I rally anyway, so let's just skip that. I can either go for the top path for the chance at the Feral Runeterra encounter. I have to face off against it at stairs. Yeah, sure, let's face off against it at stairs. What's the worst that can happen? I'll keep the boar. Keep the board, plus everything else. Caught in the Cold is alright for the next turn. Can also go Glacial Saurian, but I won't draw anything. I'd rather have the draw. Well, I wanted to go ahead and have the board die, but apparently that's not meant to be. Let's just shuffle the Poro back in. Hopefully... Okay, we rallied into another Poro. I'll actually give priority to the opponent because I want him to play something else. I kind of wanted him to play something that could kill the board so I could have the board die, but yet again, it wasn't meant to be. Unfortunate. Let's just Glacial Saurian. Next turn I'll double up, or I'll attack, and then afterwards I'll start being able to double up on the attacks on my offensive turns by getting Call to Arms in order to rally.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
Let's get that back in. And we got a Tryndamere, so that means we win, because Tryndamere just comes down and clears 2 units because of the Stalker Blades. Stalker's Blade.
They never stood a chance.
Now... I don't get a support champion here. In fact, I won't get any proper rewards for a while. Skirmisher's Saber on the Avrons and Heart Guard, however, is extremely good. Now we can choose what blocks it. Anti-up is tempting, but I'd rather have the security of the Overwhelm on the Yadulski Snow Dog. If I somehow drew Avaros and Hearthguard on a turn where I couldn't play it, it would be a significant detriment to our game plan. The Avaros and Hearthguard buff support deck by 2, and I need it to keep up with the opponent's threats. I'll actually double up on the Yadulski Snow Dog. Get unit that's on top of my deck really buffed up. Yeah, just like that. I'll shuffle one of the Poros back in. Ooh, and I drew a nice unit. A large one. Kind of surprised the opponent just decided not to block in any way, shape or form. Yeah, I'll take the 3. I'm not worried. Next turn I'll be able to go for... Actually, I'll go for the Avaros and Hearthguards. I'm pretty sure this is lethal. Yep, more than enough damage to completely destroy the opponent. This is going very well. I guess it's to be expected. My Tryndamere is 6-star. Votir of Black and Dice, Flash Freeze, Glimpse Beyond. I guess I'm taking the Glimpse Beyond just because it has Sporo stacks, so it's not like it's a net loss in terms of board presence. It's actually even. I'll keep the Pouty Poro, sure. If I have nothing else to play on turn 1, I'll just play the Poro. Yep, this is a very weak turn 1. Well, I guess it's meant to compensate all of the other very good first turns that I had in the last couple of encounters. I'm definitely shuffling Tryndamere back in. Yadulski Snow Dog, that's nice. Let's get the Avaros and Hearthguard down. Oh, and they get frostbitten. That's unlucky. Well, at the very least, I'll be able to attack like so. Proc the deck buff from our power. Keep our units growing. Do I attack first? I'm going to attack first. See what the opponent does. Interesting. He's letting this go through. Honestly, didn't expect that. That's fine. Let's just shuffle that back in. Ooh, and we got it immediately. That's interesting. Yeah, sure. Let's keep it going. Keep dealing a bunch of damage to the opponent's Nexus. Ooh. That's a massive hunting boar. But I would rather have the rally effect. So we're going to do this, and hopefully we'll win here. The opponent has enough to block everything. Fortunate. Well, I'll use the Glimpse Beyond in order to draw a couple of cards. My unit's straight, but that's fine. All of my units are massive now. We got a decent couple of attacks in. Doesn't matter what the opponent does at this point, I'm pretty sure I win this turn. Even if I don't win in this attack, I'll just do this and rally. Just like this. Perfect. We're really blazing through every encounter, aren't we? This might end up being a very short video. Spirits Unleashed, Hunting Boar, Frostcoat Cub. Well, Spirits Unleashed would have been good if I had gone for the Kench power, but I didn't, so instead I guess I'm forced to go for the Frostcoat Cub. It's flexible enough as a card, so it's probably fine. Yeah, more Frozen Hearth cards, the better, I guess. All units have vulnerable. Well, in the final encounter, my units are going to have vulnerable no matter what. All units have fearsome and a -1 attack. Is interesting. Round starts with a caustic cask. Sure, let's give everything vulnerable. There's no way that's going to end up being for me. And I guess the game really wants us to win because it gave us unstable inventory. Random items are always good. So this just means I win even harder now. I'll keep the hunting board and the Frozen Hearth guard. Sad part is that the opponent does start with the attack token, and I don't really get the opportunity to attack right now. But next turn I'll be able to go for 2 attacks. One like so. And then one like so. I'm not going to close out the game here. But at the very least I have a board for the third turn. The turn where he notices me. Yep, it has noticed me, quote unquote. Well, that's fine. I have options. I'm going to pass, just let him do whatever. Really, you're clearing my board like that. Not something I expected to happen. I suppose I'll just do this. Kill one of the opponent's units. Interesting. That's scary. But let's pass, see what the opponent does. Okay, now I need to go for the Frozen Hearth guard. I could have gone for it earlier, but I didn't. The opponent's playing very conservatively. He could have attacked with more units, but he didn't. I think I want to go for a rally effect yet again. The more rally effects, the better. So let's attack like so. Let's shuffle a Viego back in. And we got a Viego back from our deck. Interesting. Well, in that case, I'll just go ahead and remove the opponent's unit. It's alright. Okay, the opponent's completely out of gas. Turns out that stairs is not that scary of an encounter. Especially if you can match him in terms of unit size and stats. The opponent isn't even going to clear my board. And Viego levels up right away when one of my units dies. Because they're so massive, that's funny. The game is just over. Poor guy. Couldn't really do anything that impressive. Mostly because the things that I were doing was just what he was doing, but better. Summoning massive units that the opponent had a hard time to dealing with for free. Let's go. Philosopher's Stone on the Mighty Poro, I guess. It's a card I already had in my deck, so it's gotta be fine. I can go for the Mind Meld encounter. Really cut a lot of bad from my deck. I even have one reroll in order to maximize the amount of cards or bad cards that I'm removing. Yeah, let's get rid of the Hunting Boar. Glimpse Beyond is fine, right? If I could, I would remove the Adulski Snow Dog instead. I'm actually fine. I already cut 2 cards, so I don't need to cut anymore, I think. Oh, let's hope that I made the correct decision. Now I'm curious, there's something I didn't even bother with checking last time around. But does my... what's it called? Call to Arms get an extra item from the... No, it doesn't. Ah, it's still fine.
The white elk's bones speak.
That could be scary if I didn't remove it right away. Womp womp for the opponent.
I helped build this empire.
Well then. Let's shuffle the Poro back in. We get the Adulski Snow Dog, nice. Let's attack like so. The opponent's units don't have Overwhelm, so doing this is fine. Even if my Adulski Snow Dog's dying here, it's still alright, because I can go a Frozen Heartguard, get it doubled up. We're attacking like so. We're going to rally, and I'm pretty sure the opponent dies in this turn.
Let me show you what I can do.
Going to shuffle that one back in because it's the smallest. We don't kill the opponent, but we do get very close.
This hurts.
This turn is the opponent's last turn, and he doesn't even do something that impressive. So it's over for him. Just like that, exact lethal. All the units have vulnerable is really putting in work. I'm being able to control the board very easily. Minus for cost, but it is ephemeral. Nah, none of these are good. I guess Invasive Hydravine costing even less is fine. Also champion item chest. Yeah, I need the card draw. I think even if the amount of units that that I'm getting are very large. I still need the extra card draw because it can run out of steam very easily. The Haunted Tomb is also going to be nice. Summoning it from the deck means I'm going to get back one massive unit eventually. I just need to have one unit that's big die the first couple of turns, but that's bound to happen. Also, sure, I'll buy all the upgrades for my cards. 35 cards. We're going into the Lissandra encounter with 38, 37 probably. So our deck is still relatively thin. That is if we can even beat this upcoming encounter. I'm going to keep the Caught in the Cold in hand. It's a very good card now that we have buffed it up to oblivion. Oh, Viego's ephemeral, that's bad. Oh well, could be worse. The fact that the Haunted Tomb isn't going to hit anything is sad. It could be worse. Let's shuffle Viego back in. We don't want him anymore. Exactly what I wanted. But fine, I guess. I guess I'll keep control of the board by doing this. Then the opponent attacks. Even pulled the Pautiporo. That just makes it so the attack has basically no effect. Which is kind of funny. Let's go Frozen Heart card. They're massive. And the opponent has a Frostbite effect. Unlucky. I was really hoping to go ahead and kill the opponent's Trundle here. I'll still be able to do so because of the vulnerable, but I didn't do it exactly how I wanted to. And without the vulnerable, or the Frostbite, I'm pretty sure I would have killed the opponent right then because of the Frozen Heart Guard's massive stats. That's scary. Fortunately, I do have an answer. The unit you just summoned is ephemeral. And even though they do take a bit of damage, I'm getting something that's... Actually, I got the one that I just shuffled into the deck. Crap. It's alright. Things are still under control. It's ready for a beatdown is permanent, right? It's Grant. I'm pretty sure. It's fine. I can close things out with this Glacial Saurian. Well, unless the opponent summons units that are way too large for me to deal with. But that wasn't the case. I suppose the 68 does have enough damage to close out the game. Even against Lissandra, a 68 is more than half of her health. So if I get lucky, I can just close out the game just like that. I'm summoned to revive this dead, the strongest dead allied champion. Sure. Emperor's Guard, champion item chest. Let's go for the card cut. I'm not even certain what I would cut here. Glimpse Beyond? I do want the card draw. Mighty Poro. Mighty Poro is a good early play. Pouty Poro. Yeah, let's get the Pouty Poro.
At last, my time
It's just a 1-3 that gets buffed up with extra stats and keywords, but for the amount of stats and keywords it has, it's not really that impressive, to be honest. Yeah, do your whole spill thing. The players' units are vulnerable. The opponent's units get extra stats. Let's see what the opponent does first. That's a Lissandra. To be expected. Let's get the Mighty Poro down. I wanted to do that in order to make sure that the opponent didn't have an answer for me killing the Lissandra with the Mighty Poro. That's one less Lissandra. I know the opponent has one in hand and he has 3 total in deck. So he can potentially end up screwing me. Okay, that's frostbiting one of my Mighty Poros, which is honestly not that terrible. I'll just do this, soften up that Frostguard Thrall. The Frostguard Thralls do have extra health, but it's not really that impressive considering I can just kill them with the Mighty Poros. I think I have a few too many cards in hand. I guess I won't be able to go for a double attack this turn with the Call to Arms. That's crap, I didn't realize I would be drawing. It could be worse. He's giving me more procs from the Frozen Hearth card. That's a plus. Let's attack like so. Clear the opponent's board, keep buffing up my units. Okay, he got a Frostguard Troll, but I'll get a Viego down. Unfortunately, Viego is not really that buffed up. Honestly, I would be more upset if the opponent actually had a board when he did this. He doesn't really have a board, does he? Sure, your go, opponent. You can frostbite my or attack all you want because I have a frostbite effect. And I suppose I'll get one Yadulski Snowdog down. Set up for the next turn. Nah, I'm going to attack right away here. Even if I do burn one Yadulski Snowdog, getting or continuing with the board buffs is correct, I think. Especially if I can do this. Clear the opponent's units. Okay, I don't clear the opponent's units, never mind. I kill one of them. Scalp Worms, the Rekindler, I guess. Get an Invasive Hydravine. Be decent, let's ensure that the opponent doesn't get to keep the Draklord Inquisitor because that's a very scary unit. So that's a bunch of cards I just drew. 15 cards left in deck. Well, I'm going for a massive attack here. Let's hope this is enough to win. 67 damage. Not exactly good enough.
More than mortal, I am Iceborn.
And finally the opponent drops down a Lissandra. And he has a zero cost watcher.
Our arrangement is complete.
Kind of scary. Well, I'm still left with 3 cards in deck. And I'm pretty sure I have more than enough to go ahead and close out the game. Especially if the opponent's leveling up Viego like that. You do understand that I'm going to steal your Watcher because you leveled up Viego, right? Like now you're the one that has, well, essentially essentially no deck. Just like that. Okay, you're ice sharding twice. You're ice sharding twice. I don't think that's relevant, opponent. Like, it's going to deal some damage to my Nexus, but it's not exactly the kind of thing that's going to prevent me from winning, is it? I guess it did prevent me from winning because it cleared the 2 units that were going to hit the opponent's Nexus. But I have a burst speed rally effect, so you'll just perish. Unless you have a frostbite effect, he doesn't. Well, that was honestly a bit easier than I anticipated. I should have figured that a 6-star champion would have this kind of performance, but since Tryndamere is a little bit on the weaker side, I figured I would struggle more. But all that matters is that I won in the end. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.